What if each new day brought with it the certainty that the universe is tirelessly working in your favor? Imagine waking up every morning with no doubts, no fears, only an unshakable faith that whatever happens, everything is falling into place, exactly as it should. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, what if this wasn't just a motivational dream? What if this was the true secret behind humanity's greatest achievements? Napoleon Hill didn't just believe in this principle, he lived by it. And today, you will understand why acting as if everything always works out for you can transform your reality in ways you never thought possible. This isn't wishful thinking, it's a powerful mindset shift that can rewrite your entire story. The most common mistake people make when striving for success is in how they respond to adversity. They hesitate, doubt, and falter, precisely when their subconscious mind receives the signal to fail. Hill explained that our dominant thoughts, those we cultivate with the greatest intensity, inevitably manifest into our external reality. In other words, what you believe to be true, what you focus on most, becomes your physical experience. So if you want prosperity, you must plant and nurture thoughts rooted in conviction, visions of success, not just hopes. Acting as if everything is already happening sets your mind to expect the best, attracting opportunities that previously seemed invisible. This isn't magic. It's disciplined mental programming. It's about aligning your behavior with your vision of success, even when there's no visible proof that it's on its way. When you act with unwavering confidence, you send a powerful message to your brain. We're heading in the right direction. And the most remarkable part is that the outer world begins to respond accordingly. You start making bolder decisions, seeing solutions instead of walls, and remaining firm when most give up. This isn't an illusion, it's the essence of faith, applied, what Hill describes in Think and Grow Rich. You may be wondering, but how can I act this way when I'm facing difficulties? The answer lies in how you interpret those challenges. Napoleon Hill said that every adversity contains the seed of an equal or greater benefit. By adopting the mindset of someone who's already won, even in the midst of a storm, you accelerate your transformation. Essentially, you're telling the universe, I'm ready for what's coming because I already am who I need to be. That conviction moves mountains. This isn't about blind optimism. It's about mastering principles that shaped the greatest winners in history. If you want to learn how to act as if everything is always working in your favor, based on Napoleon Hill's timeless teachings, stick with me until the end. What you discover here could forever change how you think, act, and achieve success. From the moment you decide to act as if everything is always working out for you, a silent phenomenon begins to unfold within. Your dominant mind comes into motion. Napoleon Hill teaches that everything begins with a firm thought. It's not enough to simply want. You must desire with intensity, clarity, and unwavering faith that leaves no room for doubt. When your mind is trained to expect the best, it attracts circumstances, people, and opportunities vibrating on the same frequency. And this isn't coincidence, it's law. Think of your mind as a radio station. What you think, feel, and believe is constantly broadcast to the universe. When this broadcast is filled with conviction and success, you start influencing your reality. Napoleon Hill called this the principle of mental magnetic attraction. Whatever you hold in your mind's center becomes a living force that shapes your actions and ultimately your destiny. But this force isn't active amid hesitation or doubt. Hill insisted that doubt is the enemy of progress. That's why acting as if everything is already working isn't about pretending. It's about training your mind to stay strong even on days when nothing seems to go right. Ironically, those are the moments when the universe is testing your consistency. Doubt blocks your creative flow, faith fuels it. The choice of which force to energize each day lies with you. Your dominant mindset also influences your environment. People sense confidence. They are drawn not to those living in constant fear of failure, but to those emanating a contagious certainty that success is only a matter of time. This positive energy, when genuine, builds powerful alliances. Hill referred to this as the mastermind, a union of aligned minds that multiply each other's strength. Acting as if everything is already functioning is a way of signaling, I am ready for this level of connection. During this initial stage of your transformation, your mission is clear. Cultivate a dominant mind centered on certainty. This isn't about denying challenges but facing them with such strength that they surrender before your mental fortress. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your biggest saboteur. Napoleon Hill was unequivocal. You are the owner of your destiny. It all begins and ends with what you choose to think and feel today. There's a silent bridge, the connection between what you desire and what you achieve. And that bridge is autopnoesthesia, the power of suggestion. Every thought you repeat with emotion forms part of this bridge. The more you act as if everything is already working out, the more you program your subconscious to accept this reality as inevitable. This is where the magic happens. Hill revealed that the subconscious does not judge or question. It simply accepts as truth everything you feed it with emotion and repetition. It's essential to understand that your subconscious mind doesn't evaluate the logic or the truth of what it receives. It simply accepts it as reality. That's why repetitive affirmations filled with genuine emotion can reprogram your internal belief system. When you wake up each morning knowing that the universe is conspiring in your favor, your subconscious begins to shape the world around you to match that belief. Imagine autosuggestion as planting mental seeds. You can choose to nurture thoughts of scarcity or abundance, doubts or convictions. The decision is yours. Hill was clear. You become what you think most of the time. Therefore, deliberate practice of autosuggestion, regaining control over your inner narrative, is crucial. This isn't about empty phrases, it's about infusing them with deep faith and powerful emotion. Emotion acts as the secret catalyst that activates the creative power of your mind. When autosuggestion moves from a technical exercise to a way of life, your behavior begins to align with your new convictions. You see opportunities where others see obstacles, move with greater confidence, and project a voice of certainty. All of this reinforces the truth that your internal programming shapes your external reality. When your thoughts are dominated by conviction and success, those vibrations attract circumstances that resonate on the same frequency. The challenge at this stage is to take full control of your internal programming. Replace thoughts of limitation with declarations of power. When something goes wrong, instead of thinking, "This always happens to me," affirm, "This serves a greater purpose." When things go well, confidently declare, "This is natural for me," knowing that you are building a new standard, a pattern that attracts extraordinary results aligned with the mindset of someone who already lives as if everything always works out. Few words carry as much power as the word decision. Napoleon Hill observed that all successful individuals he studied shared one common trait. They were decisive. They didn't hesitate in the face of possibility. They acted quickly and with conviction, even when circumstances offered no guarantees, because they understood that waiting for absolute certainty is the slowest path to failure. Deciding is an act of faith. Acting as if everything is already working in your favor is already a decision, one you have made at a fundamental level. To trust even before results appear is to step into confidence. Indecision, on the other hand, subtly sabotages your progress. It consumes energy and keeps you trapped in cycles of doubt. Hill emphasized that fear is the greatest obstacle between a person and their potential, most commonly the fear of making mistakes. But the truth is, mistakes are part of the journey. What matters is your choice to keep moving forward, adjusting your course as needed, with firm faith. The unwavering decision to maintain faith even in setbacks is what separates those who only dream from those who achieve. Acting as if everything is already working isn't about denying reality. It's a conscious decision to create a new one. When you decide that regardless of what happens, you will interpret every event as part of a greater plan, you become unbreakable. You free yourself from despair and take personal responsibility. Napoleon Hill called this emotional maturity, the ability to maintain a clear vision, even when the winds blow against you. Every choice you make shapes your future, even the smallest ones. getting out of bed with energy or complaints, starting the day with gratitude or frustration, choosing to focus on opportunities or problems. Hill said, "The simplest decisions, repeated consistently, build a millionaire mind. And this mind is one that has already decided, everything is working in my favor." Once you commit to that belief, your mind begins to seek out evidence to support it. The major question today isn't what do I want, but rather, what have I already decided to live? Because the universe responds to clarity. When you transmit uncertainty, you receive confusion. But when your energy vibrates with certainty, doors start opening. This is why, in this third step, your invitation is clear. Make the decision to act, think, and feel as if you are already living the life you desire. The world doesn't react to your wish. It responds to your decision. All that your mind can conceive and believe you can achieve, as Napoleon Hill famously stated. And it all begins with your imagination. Not the vague, distant fantasy, but the creative imagination. The ability to visualize the invisible, feel the intangible, and vividly imagine a reality that doesn't yet exist physically. Acting as if everything is already working for you involves activating this creative force powerfully. It's about mentally placing yourself where you want to be, even if circumstances haven't yet changed. Your mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what you vividly imagine. With emotion, if you see yourself living the life you desire, with clarity, vivid details, and genuine enthusiasm, your subconscious begins to accept this vision as an inevitable destiny. Hill was categorical. Imagination is the shortcut between desire and realization. The more you strengthen this mental image, the quicker it manifests in the physical world. That's because your thoughts, words, and actions start aligning with someone who already has what they want. By embodying that reality mentally, you attract it externally. Many fail because they visualize momentarily, but allow doubt to erode the image. They begin with faith, but let external reality extinguish their inner flame. Hill's profound teaching was that persistent mental imagery holds the key to transformation. Acting as if everything already works is about maintaining that image, especially on days when nothing seems to go right. Trust that the invisible is being constructed silently behind the scenes of your mind. Think about the greatest inventors and entrepreneurs. They spoke with conviction about futures that others dismiss as impossible. Thomas Edison with the light bulb, Henry Ford with cars, and countless others. They visualized success long before it materialized, trusting the power of imagination combined with faith. When you start imagining the best possible scenario and live as if it's already happening, your perception shifts, your energy elevates, and your reality follows suit. Acting as if isn't merely a belief, it's an active, creative posture, powerful visualization combined with unwavering confidence. It's about seeing solutions where others see problems, allies where others see threats, and turning chaos into strategic advantage. You become, as Hill described, the invisible architect of your destiny. When your project is clear, execution becomes only a matter of time and persistence. Feed your imagination with images of victory and success. Don't limit yourself to what is. Build with what can be. Envision living a life where everything works for you, and then act as if that life already exists. This isn't an illusion. It's the foundation of creation. Mastering this art makes you unstoppable because you see possibilities that others overlook, and that's what separates the achievers from the dreamers. Napoleon Hill emphasized that nothing replaces a clearly defined purpose. It is the starting point of all achievement and the driving force behind persistent action. When you act as if everything is already working in your favor, you demonstrate that your purpose is so powerful and vivid that no external circumstance can stop it. This mindset creates an energetic field, an invisible magnetic force that attracts opportunities, resources, and people aligned with your vision. People who live with purpose are inherently magnetic. They don't ask for opportunities, they create them. They don't seek permission to pursue their dreams, they build their own paths. Life begins to respond differently when you show unwavering commitment to a vision, not just fleeting desires. This unshakable purpose dissolves hesitation, silences doubt, and becomes the fuel that propels you forward, even when the world around you seems against you. The greatest achievers in history faced countless failures. Edison failed thousands of times before perfecting the light bulb. Ford was ridiculed before revolutionizing transportation. Hill was rejected numerous times before his breakthrough. Yet what set them apart was an unbreakable resolve. Their relentless purpose that guided every step. Your true why goes beyond money or status. It is something deeper, something that ignites your passion and gives you the strength to endure setbacks. When you understand your authentic purpose, nothing can shake your confidence. You become a magnet for success. Your thoughts, actions, and energy symphonize with the universe's natural laws. Remember, your journey begins with one decisive step: believing, acting, and feeling as if you already have what you desire. The universe responds to clarity, conviction, and persistence. Your future isn't something to wait for, it's something to create right now. So, take that first step today. Decide now. I will begin now. The power to transform your life is already within you, waiting for you to claim it.